Alright, so let's get started with creating the like functionality. So I'm going to create a function in here called update like status. And let's make sure this is a void because we're not returning anything. So in here I'm just going to say existing rating, and I'm going to say that is equal to this like model. And if we go into our user.php, last time I ended up creating this in the user page, we're actually supposed to do this in the video page. So let's go in here. This is what I've decided to do in this case. So in here we just want to make sure that we have many likes, and in the like model we want to say where user ID equals the authenticated user, and then outside of that I just want to make sure we have a type in here. And then we just want to say if existing rating, then in that case you just want to say if existing rating type equals to type, we want to say existing rating delete. So we're deleting the like if it already exists, because then we are changing it from a like to a dislike, for example. And then otherwise we're saying existing rating update with the new type. And then outside of this condition here, we're also having ability to create an existing rating, just like that. And basically by doing this we are then able to update and delete the likes. But before we get into that, let's make sure we have the like functionality implemented as well. So we kind of need two things here. So just below the title of the video, so in case here, I'm gonna create a div with a wire poll of 1 minute with a class of space y5. And in here I want to put in scenarios for when you're authenticated, and when you are a guest. And then where we authenticated, we want to be able to like the video and also count the likes and all that, and have some animations. So I'm going to go ahead and use the X icon function, and let's have a name here, what icon we want to use, and that's going to be fas.thumbs up. Gonna have a class here of transition or cursor pointer, and I'm gonna have a hover with a scale of 1 to 5, hover text blue 500. And for the text we want to have a label here as well. And we're going to use the new number function in Laravel. We're going to abbreviate the video's likes count. We're now going to go ahead and do similar thing for the thumbs down. And you just want to make sure here that we have this turning into red. And let's just go back here and check. So inside the video model we have forgotten to copy over the likes functionality, so let's make sure we have that in so we don't break it. And as you can see, there's no likes or dislikes here. I also think we should put this as space X actually, not space Y. There we go. So as you can see, we now have this nice neat animation here. You could choose to hide numbers for dislikes as YouTube does right now. That's perfectly up to you, but for testing purposes, I'm keeping this on just to see if it works or not. And only other thing we need to now do is inside the video page component, we need to create a like and a dislike function. So let's quickly go ahead and do that. So I've created this functionality over here. So let's go ahead and remove this ID here. We shouldn't need that. Perfect. And let's create this as a void function here because we want to make sure this is type safe. And outside of that, I'm also gonna just go ahead and make sure inside our video page here that we have the ones for the unauthenticated users, which we're gonna keep in here. And outside of that, that should be really everything we need. So let's go ahead and see what happens now if I refresh. Click like. Nothing is happening. So that's because we need to hook it up to the wire component, obviously. So let's just sort that out here. Wire click like. And then a wire click dislike. And we need to say this is a dislikes count. There we go. And if I then go click here, you can see it then changes. And that's it for this video. So this is how we are creating this nice little neat like and dislike animation. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.